Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel English Literature. Today we are going to talk about the last night together, stanza 8. In stanza 6, the poet was speaking against the statesman and soldier. Stanza 6. Statesman and soldier. In stanza 7, poet. And now in stanza 8, he is talking about the sculptor. Okay. And you get sculptor. So you gave a score of years to art, her slave. Here there is no question, here is addressing. So this start with addressing. He is addressing the sculptor. So the rejected lover says that his life is better than that of a sculptor. And again he is addressing a musician. We will find that later. So in this stanza we will find sculptor and musician. A score of years. Score of years means score of years refers to 20 years. To art. So you sculptor, you great sculptor, you have given your 20 years, the vital period of time to your art, her slave. You became her slave, the slave of the goddesses of her art. So her refers to the muse or goddesses of art. The sculptor becomes the slave of the goddesses of art. And that's your Venus. That is your Venus. So Venus is the goddesses of love. We know that Venus is the goddesses of love. So you have created that Venus. It also may be the reference, note down, it may be the reference of the famous Venus statue, the statue of Venus, that by Milo, that is preserved in Paris's art gallery. Okay, so it may be the reference to that particular Venus statue, it may be, or again it is just he is saying in general about the art. Whence we turn to yonder girl that fords the burn. So that's your Venus. So after long labor of 20 years, you succeeded in carving out on marble the beautiful figure of Venus, the goddess of love. Okay, that's great. Whence we turn, whence means after observing the Venus, whence means from where, we turn to yonder girl that fords the burn. So we enjoy your Venus, it is beautiful, but then we turn to yonder. Yonder means near, at hand, not so far, that fords the burn. Fords means crosses. Burn means small river. So what does he want to mean here? That after observing your marble Venus or whatever material it is, we turn away from the statue of Venus to the living girl who is crossing a mountain stream. So note down, after watching or enjoying, you can say, after enjoying your great sculpture of Venus, we, the people, turn away from that statue, dead statue, towards a living girl who is crossing a mountain stream. Who is crossing a mountain stream. So we prefer a living girl to a statue. That is the point. We prefer a living girl to a statue. Now, life is greater than art. This is the actual meaning, significance of this line, of this justification, of this theory of the rejected lover. What are he saying? He is saying to prove that life is greater than art. You accuse means you agree. You have to be agree. What? On which point? In this point, that life is greater than art. And shall I repine? And if you agree, then there will be no complaint, no grievance. I will not be discontent. Then there will be no complaint on my part. So you have to agree, that you must agree with this point, that life is greater than art. And when you admit that you have failed to capture life, then I will have no complaint. Because I have at least achieved that partial success by riding with my lady love. Not fully success, because she does not accept my love, but as she has given the permission to ride side by side, so I have accepted the partial success in comparison with yourself. Now next he is talking about a man of music, musician. You grown grey. So all those people who become, there are some people who become successful. In stanza 6, most probably we have read that there are some people who become successful. Not everyone, but there are some whose success can be taken as notice. They can reach their ideal dream, but those ideal dreams are captured through various negative sides of it. The price is high. The price is like poor, feeble, weak, prematurely aged, grown grey. So these are the points the lover is one by one pointing, that you may have successful, you may have attained that success at some greater level than me, but what you have get, you just grown old prematurely, you get grey hairs, and you are weak, you are poor, you are feeble. So no positive thing is in your life. So what is the need of it? You grown grey means you become old. You become old. And that you have achieved you have achieved success, but you become old with notes and nothing else to say. You have nothing else to talk about. You only talk about your notes. Notes means music, musical notes, music. So a man of music is devoted to his whole life to the cultivation of art and music. What is his work? His only work is cultivation of art and music in his life, and he gets pleasure out of it. But the lover is saying that in this process he became old, but does not receive much appreciation. Is this your sole praise from a friend? So it is the only soul means only appreciation. Is it the only appreciation from a friend? This is the only appreciation of his art from his friend. Nothing great. So you are devoted to your music, devoted to your art, whatever it is, but what you get finally? Greatly his opera's strains intend. Opera's strains means songs, and opera is a musical show. Opera refers to musical show. So you write songs for an opera. Intent, aim. You aim at to write songs for opera. But in music we know how fashions end. Yeah, it is very true. We can feel the musician devotes his whole life in her music, but fashion changes, popular tastes. People some song become hit, and then after some periods of time, and nowadays every song even hit, I think, for 1 week, 2 week, 1 month, just. But of course there are some songs that are long lasting, always remain in the core of our heart. There are some specific songs we can just we hum all around our house while cooking, while taking bath, or whatever. There are some songs that remain in our heart forever. But the rejected lover is saying about, in general case, that most of the song, our taste change time to time, and the songs get into the oblivion. So popular tastes change and the songs become oblivion. So though you have devoted your whole life in the music, you grow old, your friend praise you, but ultimately what happens? The craze for that particular song, the popularity of song decreases. Popularity decreases. The craze dies. You can experience in your real life that some song is very hit in this festival, not on that festival, and some song is very hit in this month, but after 2-3, most of the time it remain 1-2 years, and then it just, people don't remember about the song. I am already told that there is exceptional. I am not talking about the exceptional case. I gave my youth. Okay, I also gave my youth, but not to your song, but not to your sculpture, but to my lady love. We write in fine. Again we find this word we write. So the lover devoted his youth to win the girl. The lover devoted his youth to win his lady love. And ultimately he is not fully successful. Of course he is not fully successful, but partial. Because now he can ride with his lady love. Okay, but in comparison with that, what the musician get? He gets nothing. He just devote all his time in composing music, and then he gets some praise, but that praise just fades away with a change of fashion, and he has nothing to do but just growing old. So now the lover is saying, justifying that as he is riding now, it is far rewarding than the success of the musician. So what he says once, that yes, there are some people who can be successful in life, but one after another he is just negating these words. You remember in stanza 6 there was a line, there is many a crown for who can reach. So then he mean those people, the statesman, the soldier, the musician, the sculptor, who they are the people who can get their crown with their success, but with these costs. There is nothing praiseworthy in their life. They get success, but that success is not to be mentioned. Okay. Thank you for staying with me, and there is only 2 stanzas remaining, stanza 9 and stanza 10. After that we will finish last ride together. And my next plan is to start my last duchess. Yeah, I love that poem. Thank you so much. Have a good day.